When the day's gone long and you can't take it, Matt and Patty gonna help you forget. They'll show you the mix to lift your spirits. So a couple of drinks with the Clarks. A couple of drinks with the Clarks.
Cheers. Love you.
You missed it, folks. While we were getting the download to record, clang. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this edition of Couple of Drinks with the Clarks.
Do you not know who we are?
I'm doing the dramatic pause.
Oh,
I went to
I don't
the
like those
James T.
dramatic
Kirk
pauses.
School of Acting. So, Couple of Drinks with the Clarks. Of course, we are the Clarks. Tonight, I am Clark. Matt Clark. And this is Money Patty.
I don't.
It's like Money Penny from James Bond. Because we're talking about the martini.
I'm not sure I've ever watched
you're
an
crowding me
Epinova.
here.
I know. I feel
Why
like
is
I'm
that?
crowding. I don't know. Move it. Move it, buddy.
Is it because it's Fat Tuesday and we've
and we've watched
and
ourselves
we've become
grow.
Fat Tuesday?
We've watched ourselves grow. We've
We-
watched ourselves grow
For you say, okay.
over the past year this way.
Yeah, what the hell over? You know what
Good
they
Lord.
say, right?
I'm sure you're going to tell me. What
I'm
do they
not
say?
sure. I was hoping you'd know.
Well, I know they say if you keep shoving food in your mouth, you'll get fat. So
Well,
there you go.
Ta-da. You're welcome. So, folks, tonight we are talking about the martini. Now, we're also talking about Beefeater London Dry Gin, which is a classic. Now, a lot of people look at gins because there's so many like really like cool and hip and artisanal gins hitting the market, but Beefeater has been around for a long time, and it's a classic gin. I think it's got probably some of the best flavor profile as far as gin that you can find pretty much anywhere. You know, because some of these artisanal ones are very expensive, and you kind of can't
What do you
find
mean
them anywhere.
artisanal?
You know, like ones that have tons of different botanicals in them, and they're small batch
Fancy.
process. You know, I mean, we've talked about them. You know, like Monkey 47. We've talked about Bulldog Gin. We've talked about
Right.
Malfi Gin. So,
And they do have a lot of things going on in them. They're wonderful. They taste
100%.
great.
But if you're looking for an everyday beautiful gin, this is great, and it's great value too. So, we're going to talk a little bit more about the martini cocktail because I've been researching this thing, and it's
this thing meaning the martini.
The martini, yeah.
Okay.
And it's kind of all over the place. Well, not really. I mean,
you mean like in all over the world?
well, it is. Yeah. I mean, once it was.
What do you mean it's all over the place?
It was once the most asked for cocktail in the world, but now obviously I think margarita is number one now. But the stories that I've heard, there's been 3 different like versions. So the story that I had read is there was a prospector in the California gold rush, and this is like late 1800s, that hit this struck it rich basically. So he went into town and he says, "Oh, dear dang big nabbit, I'd like me some champagne."
Is this a Bugs Bunny cartoon?
No, but that's probably what he sounded like. I could just listen. I grew up on Bugs Bunny, so in my mind, that's how this guy talked. So
like Yosemite Sam?
No, just use an old prospector.
It was Yosemite Sam, right?
Yosemite
no,
Sam's
not
totally
Yosemite
different.
Sam. Who is the? Who's he?
That's Yosemite Sam.
Oh.
He didn't talk like that.
Who's the
I'm
one?
not sure
that
what
talks?
childhood you had.
Who is the one that talks like that?
There's been other cartoons and stuff, but Nobody like that I know of anyway.
All right. Well, I thought they did.
I mean, there was the guy in Blazing Saddles, but that's a whole nother story. So he goes in. He strikes it rich.
Okay.
Goes into town, and they say the town was called Martinez. That's where the kind of the martini name came from. But so anyway, cut to the chase. He wants some champagne. They don't have any champagne. So the bartender's like, well, I can make you a really cool like cocktail. And it had gin and vermouth and bitters and a couple of other different like liqueurs. So he loved it and he thought it was the greatest thing in the world. Well, later they say kind of the same guy goes to San Francisco and asks for the martini because I think he thought that's what it was called. I might get the story wrong, but anyway, he goes to San Francisco
instead of the Martinez,
asks for this drink, and the bartender's like, I don't know how to make it, but the guy says, okay, I know it's gin and I know it's vermouth. Well, back then it was more, they say dry martini. Dry means less vermouth.
Yes.
So it used to be like 1-to-1.
Really?
And then slowly, as the evolution went, it started going to, a little dash of bitter or a dash of vermouth. Some people, I used to do we had some customers that came into the bar. I used to do the in and out martini. And what I would do is I would take the shaker, put ice in it, and then put vermouth in it, shake it up so the vermouth would cover the ice cubes, then pour the vermouth out, then put the gin over the top, which they loved because it wasn't a lot of gin or a lot of vermouth, excuse me. But the other story goes is that there was a hotel in New York City in 1912 that a bartender supposedly invented it. So it's kind of like the stories are kind of all over the place as far as like who did what and whatever. But either way, today, the classic martini is, I got this from a few different websites. They kind of say that it's 2.5 ounces of gin and half an ounce of vermouth, a dash of bitters, and then you stir it, not shake it. Yeah, so the whole James Bond shaken, not stirred, but I think he's vodka martini.
But then again, he might have said shaken, not stirred, because technically the way to make it is stirred. So that's why he probably said shake it, don't stir.
I think with vodka you
shake
can.
It, don't break.
I think with vodka you can shake. So I also researched the whole bruising of the gin. We talked about this once before?
Yeah, I don't remember. You better talk about that again.
Okay. So
would that mean shaking it too much? That's what I'm thinking. If you say you're going to bruise alcohol, I'm thinking you're beating the crap out of it.
So what gin is basically neutral grain spirits. Okay. Then they put botanicals in there. They either steep them or run it through a basket where the alcohol vapors go through the basket and collect a lot of the botanical flavor. And then once they go over and condense, they turn into alcohol, which is flavored. That's where some vodkas do that. So technically, this is basically like your first flavored vodka. Okay. So what I found this article.
This is gin.
I know that, but I'm saying what gin is it's a neutral grain spirit like vodka.
Okay.
But it's added botanicals. So it's basically.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
All right, now I'm following. I lost you for a minute there. I was probably thinking about something else.
I know kidding. You are. I'm sure.
Just kidding.
So I read this article and it was pretty cool with regards to the term bruising gin or whatever. So basically the way they explained it was almost like wine. Okay. So when you open a bottle of red wine, it's really tight and really tannic. And once you aerate it or put it into a glass, all the flavors kind of start to come out or the aromas start to come out and you can smell them, right?
Right.
So they describe gin as almost like 3 different levels of aromas. So they said that the first one is obviously the top, where you get all the big juniper and stuff and cardamom and stuff like that right off the bat. So when you smell it, you get that first punch of juniper. Okay.
Yep, we sure
Juniper,
do.
like citrus.
Smells
Okay.
nice.
Yes, it's very very very
Yeah,
smooth.
smooth.
So then they have the mid aromas where there's different botanicals. So it's almost like different levels. So what they're saying is if you shake the gin, you take the top layer off because that's the one that's predominantly on top. That's the perfuminess of it.
Okay.
So if you shake it, that expels and lets a lot of that out. So all you're left with is like the middle botanicals and then the botanicals at the bottom who are basically stronger. So it takes the elegance of the gin and it kind of muddles it a little bit. So that's where the stirring component is. But if you add other things like we're going to do later, because we're 2 for Tuesday, Chuck Woolery.
2 martinis.
Well, we're not going to drink too much.
It's going to be too much.
So, but when you add other things like other liqueurs and things like that, you want to really incorporate them. So you do shake them. That's why our friend, the Elevated Craft Cocktail Shaker, is here.
So we're going to shake it, not stirred.
We're going to stir, not shaken. The first one, the classic.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So
you talk, I'll get stuff ready.
All right. Well, where are you going to get stuff ready? Okay.
I'm turning around.
So here's my question.
Yes.
Because as a bartender,
yes,
when somebody would order a martini, extra dry,
they want gin on the rocks.
That's all I would give them.
Yeah.
Gin, straight up, gin on the rocks, and always with a twist, unless they specified other, because that's how you do it if it's extra dry. So why is that? If dry vermouth is called dry vermouth, why is extra dry no dry vermouth?
Well, because
what is dry vermouth?
The dry vermouth is a fortified wine, and
really,
yes,
wine.
Yes, and yes, it does go bad. There are several different thoughts on the whole vermouth going bad situation. So, I am actually using Cinzano's 1757.
That's a Cinzano bottle?
Yes.
That's way different than the Cinzano bottle that I used to serve when I was a bartender.
This is their greatest vermouth.
Really?
Yeah, this is the top of the line.
It's not that green.
It's the recipe that they had in 1757, which is technically when they kind of like invented it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very cool. Great family.
I did not know vermouth was a wine.
Yes, it's a fortified wine. So it does go bad. It probably takes I would say the white vermouth would go faster, I think, than the red vermouth. Don't quote me on that. You can do your own research, but I have heard that the frame of thought is, especially with this is not necessarily an inexpensive bottle of vermouth.
Right.
Because you only use a little bit of it. Once you're done with it, put it in the freezer, or not freezer, fridge.
So it'll freeze in the freezer because it's fortified wine. Okay.
Put it in the fridge like you would a regular white wine. You can even put the red vermouth in the fridge to keep it longer. That way it lasts longer.
But will it last longer than a white bottle of wine would last in the refrigerator?
No need for that. Yes. Yes, it would.
Yeah, because a bottle of white wine isn't going to last very long in the refrigerator.
Because it's not fortified with spirit.
Oh, so this has alcohol in it too. That's what you mean by fortified.
Yes, fortified wines have alcohol in them. Yes, or I should say, alcohol added to them.
Yeah, alcohol added to them. Okay.
So,
wow, this is a lot to take in tonight.
It is, and I thought to myself, we'll do a layup. We'll do martinis for 2 for Tuesday, and here I am.
Yeah.
So
we're going up and down the core, up and down the core. Mom's got to drink.
Nobody knows what's happening. So we're going to do.
This is the classic martini.
This is the classic. That's why my pinky's
so we got
like
how many? How many? I was gonna say how many sheets because I'm thinking how many sheets to the wind am I gonna be after I drink?
You're gonna be 2 sheets to the wind. So
how many shots?
So here,
did you just put in there?
It's 2.5 ounces per person. Hello.
Sure it is.
Okay.
Yep. Let's do it.
So there's five ounces.
See, my problem is I don't realize I don't have to actually finish the drink.
This is 88 proof. So Beefeater's actually lowered their proof a little bit over the years. Used to be, I think, 92.
And these guys that are on the bottle are the guys that stand in front of the castle, right?
Yes. They used to be their nickname was Beefeaters because they were supposedly paid the most, so they could actually eat meat.
I was gonna say, would they eat beef?
Yeah. And then
where's the beef?
This also too. I'm getting this recipe from our friends at liquor.com. And it's a classic dry martini, and it calls for 2 dashes of orange bitters.
Really?
Yes, I was surprised at that, but hey, whatever.
Okay.
And here's the thing. Truth be told here, I am not necessarily a vermouth fan. However, this you can actually drink by itself. That's how good it is.
Can I smell it?
Absolutely. Would you like to try it in a little glass?
I don't think I do.
Alrighty.
Let me smell it again.
Come on. Just try it. You want to try it? I'll try it with you.
I don't want to try it alone.
Okay. Please hold.
It smells different.
It smells different.
It does smell different.
Where are our coupe glasses?
Coupe. There it is. Coupe. There it is.
Here's our tasters. I'm way over on the other side.
Yeah, 2 feet away.
I'm way over here. I'll be right there. Our room goes way over there.
We totally know that you weren't running anywhere.
That's true. Yeah, it's true. And honestly,
I don't
just
need
give
a
a little
lot.
smush here.
I'm not gonna lie. I do not like the
well.
smell of it. I don't like the smell of it.
Okay.
It's creeping me out a little bit. Not creeping me out, but it's just
It's something you're not used to because it has botanicals in it as well.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's kind of like. I was right.
Doesn't taste anything like it smells.
No. I am not a fan of vermouth. However, that is very pleasant. It's got like a citrusy note to it.
Yeah.
And a warming, like baking spice.
I don't taste any spices in that.
No?
Nope. I taste like.
My hand's freezing. It's almost ready.
It's like a cross between wine and liquor mixed together. Wine and gin or something.
I'm only going to give us little ones because these are wicked big glasses.
Okay.
And we have to do the other martini, which...
I just have to remember that I don't have to finish everything that you pour me.
This is true.
If only I would remember that. But today is Fat Tuesday.
It is, so drink away.
And I'm fat, so.
I don't understand what you're talking about. Look at these little doohickeys, huh?
Aww. Look how cute and pretty that is.
Mm-hmm.
I would like mine rimmed all the way around my glass, please.
Mm-hmm.
All the way so I taste the lemon. I'm totally being a smart aleck.
Yeah, I have another one. You want another one? Just a little.
It's nice and
curly Q on the side.
Nice and cold.
Yeah, I told you. Curly Q.
I smell that zest. It smells so good.
It's fancy.
Lemon.
It's like a lemon.
And give me a twist of the lemon.
No lemon for you.
Okay, you ready? Are we ready?
I'm not sure.
What are we doing now?
I'm drinking.
Who are you texting?
I'm not texting. I'm checking. I'm checking to see if anybody has any comments on our live show.
I'm checking. Or I'm kidding. I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
I'm totally serious.
I'm so scared to drink this.
So cheers, love you.
Cheers, love you.
This is in honor of my grandpa Biro because he used to love Beefeater and he used to drink martinis.
He did.
Yep.
I never met him.
Cheers.
But I know he would have loved me.
Oh, I'm sure of it. Come on, let's go.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. I've never had a classic martini before.
You know what?
Have you?
No.
I've always had like a flavored one or something.
Well, that's the other thing. We'll talk about in a second.
Okay. Cheers, love
you.
you. Cheers, everybody.
Wow, that's great.
I like it.
That is so good. That's what I'm saying. Beefeater is so classic with the juniper, the citrus. It's mellow. It's not. It's not that wacky in the face with the juniper bush. You know.
I like this.
Yeah, I like it. Picasso.
How do you say that?
It's some stupid TikTok thing. A guy's doing some art project, and this guy goes walking by. He goes, "What's that?" He goes, "Oh, it's an art project we're doing." He goes, "I like it, Picasso."
So now is everybody saying that, and you just heard it and you liked it?
I like saying Picasso.
Just like you like saying, what's the other one that you say? God.
Como se llama?
Yes, that thing.
I got
Como se llama?
I got hit in the como se llama once. Made me want to have a martini, I tell you that.
I like this, but I'm going to be honest. I'm afraid to drink the whole thing because it's straight on booze.
Yeah, but you know what though?
The last time I drank martinis like this.
All right, so here we go. This is where we're going to talk about the term martini has been like so loosely used to talk about any type of drink because it's in.
I totally could have been loosely used after having all those martinis the other night. Thank God, honey, I had you.
You think it's easy? Oh, God help us, Jesus. God,
honey,
baby, Jesus, help us.
It was a
what
rough
I'm saying
night.
is loose interpretation of the term martini. Just because it goes into a up glass like this, oh, it's a fruitatini. It's a pineapple kumquat martini. I'm serious. It's a chocolate raspberry martini. It's a chocolate ding dong martini. It's like anything that goes into this glass, unfortunately, becomes the term martini. But
this is
technically, this is the classic martini. Now, if it
good.
was made with vodka, what would it be called?
A vodka martini.
Kaboom! So
gin, not rocket science.
So gin is the true martini.
Yeah, if someone orders a martini, it's made with gin.
Yeah.
All right, I do know this. Picasso. I wonder if they teach you that in bartending school. We didn't. Bartending school for us was get out on the floor. Go wait on that guy. Serve on you betcha. Go wait on that guy. Whatever he wants, come back and make it.
I know that I'm boring folks with my escapades of being a bartender back in the day. So
we had fun.
Yeah. Well, so me and my buddy Dave Cushman are at the bar and it's busy and then the show starts. So we're cleaning up. We're the last two there. So we're cleaning up and the other couple of guys are on smoke break. So there's like probably 100 glasses and they bought us a awesome dishwasher just for bar glasses. And what we do is all you have to do is set it on this rack and it rotate it around. And by the time it came around, it went off into one side. And once they were done, they were clean. So you pick those up and you put them back. So we got like halfway through and our boss, Bruce, goes, "Hey, which one of you guys changed the bar soap for the dishwasher?" Because it was this big, huge, like 3-gallon plastic container. And it had this little nozzle that you stuck in and it fed the machine all the glass or the soap for the glass washer. And I go, "He did." He goes, "He did." So he walks
Who really did it?
Nobody. So Bruce walks over and he goes, "Hey boys, what do you think of this?" It was, I mean, There wasn't an ounce of soap left in this. And we just went through these like 50 glasses. He goes, I don't know. I think we got to go get them. I'm like, we're going to take care of it. So watch your bartenders, folks.
God.
Well, because we were playing.
Poor Bruce.
Well, we were playing this song, the quote game, which who said this quote? And I said to him, "Hey, how about the guy behind you?" He goes, "I don't know who said that." I go, "No, there's a guy behind you that needs a drink." Yeah, there was a lot of antics, had a lot of laughs at Kush.
Oh my gosh!
Speaking of Kush, I know Kush back in the day would love, because we all used to go to breakfast after working a long evening.
Oh, what they call that? The dump.
Oh, it was the garbage plate.
The garbage plate.
They're famous, I think, out in like Rochester, Buffalo area.
Oh, the garbage plate.
It had a hunk of prime rib,
eggs, bacon, sausage, an omelet of some sort, home fries,
gravy. There was gravy on something.
I don't remember there being like pancakes or waffles. It was like all just other hash browns, like you wouldn't believe, all kinds of potatoes. And I could eat that thing,
Gin, love.
And like it was nothing.
Oh yeah,
I still could. I still could. Who am I kidding?
Yeah, we're trying to kid. So,
I don't want to let anybody down.
No. So we're switching, transitioning into the breakfast martini. And why wouldn't you drink a martini for breakfast?
When you're talking about the garbage plate.
Absolutely. So,
sheesh. Are we using any of this?
We're not. That's why that's going right over there. Okay. Now, what you want to do is hello. I'm in the metric system. Hang on. We might be getting more than we thought. All right, there's 3 ounces of gin. Okay.
Yeah.
Then
I take it we're not using this.
Our buddy. I love this is what do they call that?
Grand Marnier.
The utility man. Grand Marnier. Grand Marnier, you want to talk about any type of orange liqueur? Just use Grand Marnier. You'll thank me later.
Yeah, it makes everything better.
So, and then oh no, wait, I gotta double this. Okay. I get confused sometimes.
Been hanging around with me too long.
Well, I see all these shiny lights. It's like, oh. Oh, what is that?
All right, what do we got going on? What are you doing? What do you tell people?
I gotta get a little more gin. So it's 1.5 ounces per person of gin.
So 3 ounces total.
Yeah, I'll put a little extra. And then 1 ounce, basically for 2 cocktails, 3 ounces gin, 1 ounce of Grand Marnier.
Okay.
Then freshly squozen off the vine, 1 1/2 ounces of the lemon juice.
Okay, so we have gin,
yes,
Grand Marnier,
yes,
and lemon juice.
Yes. And you know what makes this the
best? Gas. You sounded very angry.
I know. I'm to the point.
No. If I keep working at it, I might get you there, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
so
where are we at?
This was mine, right?
It sure was, honey.
So then, what makes this a breakfast martini?
Give me the top.
Should you ask?
You're enjoying that, aren't you?
You're not asking.
Oh, I'm sorry. Honey, what makes this a breakfast martini?
Orange marmalade.
Get out of here. You're going to put that in our drink? It's chunky.
Honey, it says 2 bar spoons.
That bar spoon reaches from way over there.
Oh, did you hear that clunk? 2 bar spoons of orange marmalade. Now,
seriously.
Get off there. Yeah.
Got it.
So here's the thing with this. Our Elevated Craft cocktail shaker is awesome. We talk about it every single show. Okay. Yeah. Here's the issue. These are small slats. If you can see those.
That is not the top.
That is not the top. That is not my butt.
Okay.
What was I saying?
That is not my butt.
So the slats within the Elevator Craft cocktail shaker, hybrid shaker, are kind of thin. So we might get a little marmalade, but we also might get some stuff stuck. So
the chunks are making me a little nervous.
Why?
Are you going to shake it so much that maybe the chunks go down?
They say to vigorously shake this one due to the fact that it's basically it's almost like simple syrup that has coagulated into a jelly. So, which is a marmalade.
Okay.
Okay.
How much more ice you going to put in there?
Right there. I'm going to move this over here.
And I'm just going to clean up after you as you're doing all this.
I appreciate that. But that's a...
Here we go. Shaky, don't breaky, people.
Shake away. Is that how they do that? How do they do it?
They go like this. They go. If I do it right, they gotta go. You gotta like push and pull. Oh, I got the arthritis in my fingers. It's my damn job. You push then pull and push then pull and push.
But don't you twist too? You're gonna hurt me or yourself.
I don't think you do. Wow. No, shake it some more. You got to get rid of those chunks.
Honey, it's shaking. Adam said at the live show.
15 seconds.
15 seconds.
You didn't do 15 seconds.
It was way less.
Oh, look, there go. Oh,
chunky chunks.
Yeah, but it's small. It's okay.
Yeah.
That looks good. I like it the way it looks. It looks good. Picasso.
Looks good, Picasso. See how it's kind of sticking a little bit?
Yeah. Well,
it's because
that's what happens. All right, you don't need to do that. Just go back a little bit. Yes. You have no patience.
Scooby-Doo triple take.
Don't keep pouring me some more. Pour you some more.
Look at that. It's gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Make sure you put in the comments what y'all had to eat tonight for Fat Tuesday. We enjoyed pizza and chicken wings.
Mm-hmm. And some salad.
And some salad to make ourselves feel better.
And then you garnish with a gorgeous... almost lost.
What's that?
That's a lemon. I cut the rind off it with our cocktail shears.
We have cocktail shears?
We do.
Nice. Never knew
Fancy, it. I said. Okay, so this is the breakfast martini. So we will have, of course, the ingredients and everything on the top of the video, wherever we put it. And
wherever we put it.
So let's go. Let's try this. I'm dying to try this. I love orange marmalade.
Cheers. Love you. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everybody.
Wow.
If you like orange, this is your cocktail. The orange marmalade punches up the Grand Marnier flavor a little bit.
Right.
But the marmalade itself gives it like this velvety, kind of velvety like texture. It's awesome.
And there's gin in there?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
So smooth. You wouldn't.
That's the thing. You have the addition of Grand Marnier, real lemon juice.
Yep, right.
And then marmalade. Marmalade, I mean, it's got so much sweetness and sugar and pectin.
Yeah.
That it gives it a little bit of...
It's almost like a candy coated glass of champagne. Doesn't that sound weird? But do you know what I'm saying when you taste it?
That's probably why they call it the breakfast martini. You know, because I mean, you could have this for brunch or whatever.
You would not know that is.
I mean, there is some juniper in the faint
in the very end. I get it at the very end,
but it's a great cocktail.
This is crazy.
Yeah. See, there's so much you could do, folks, with stuff like marmalade, simple syrups, making your own. I went on the YouTubes and saw a lot of videos with regards to simple syrup. So I got myself kind of inspired to make a lot of different ones. I just got done, if you've seen our little video, making blood orange cello, like limoncello.
Giada.
But it's...
You tried to sound like Giada.
Limoncello. And it's actually right here. Hang on.
Where? Oh, you brought it?
Yes. I had an empty bottle.
Nice.
I brought it down. I was going to put it in the breakfast cocktail, but I wanted to make it the way it was supposed to be made. You know, I don't want to clark it up too much. Not sure what that means, but you get my drift. So, yeah. So, do you want to try this?
Sure.
Yeah, this is our 2 for Tuesday, folks.
What are we putting that in?
I don't know. Please hold. Talking about
my God, how many glasses do we have?
No, but I'm not washing them.
Of course you're not. Just little ones.
Wait, with little ponies?
Sure.
Here I come.
It's literally like 2 feet away. He makes it sound like he's
She's lies.
Yeah.
You sit on the throne of lies.
Okay, so this is blood orange cello. I know I helped you make it. It's a process.
It is a process if you're from Canada,
but
it is a
but
process.
not a difficult process.
No,
it wasn't. It's just you have to be patient with it.
Sure.
You have to let it
it's not
steep for 7 days.
I mean, you actually probably could make it over the weekend. I mean, like start on a Thursday and have it by Monday.
Yeah.
With your whatever. But anyway, this is the color. Isn't it pretty?
It's beautiful.
So basically, all this is
we're gonna do a couple drinks with that.
This
too.
is 2 bottles of Sky vodka with 10 rinds, no pith, just the rind of 10 blood oranges, steeped for 10 days. Gave it this little.
So you poured the Sky vodka into a big big mason jar, and then you took just the rinds of the oranges and you put them into the vodka. And you sealed it up. And it was 10 days. Okay. And then what was I doing?
You can do a minimum of 4, which is fine.
And then I was in charge of
juicing.
Yeah, all the oranges.
Blood oranges.
Right. And then you did what with that?
Then I took that
juice
and I weighed it. And what I did was, I think it weighed like basically 12 ounces.
Mm-hmm.
And I put 12 ounces of sugar into it, making it a simple syrup.
Okay. Equal parts.
I set that aside. And then once the 10 days were up, I strained out the rinds with a strainer, put it into a pan. Then I added the simple syrup, shook it up, put it back into a container, and then I threw it into a bottle. And here we go. So cheers.
Cheers, love you.
Oh,
cheers. Oh my God, that is so good. That's like candy.
And it's not like way overpowering either, as far as like sugar or alcohol.
No, not at all.
Actually, it was 2 750s of
Sky.
Mm-hmm. So it's
really good. And not flavored vodka, just regular.
Just regular straight vodka. You can use any vodka. I like Sky vodka because it's got some Pacific minerals in it now. Really makes a nice mouthfeel. I don't think that there's any other industry that has the term mouthfeel.
Is it just your industry? Like no, what? Like
I think it's
this
food
and right here?
Food and drinks. Mouthfeel. It's got a great mouthfeel. It's like, hey, buddy, pump the brakes.
You're a little bit too close to that microphone.
You and your mouthfeel, beat it.
I was thinking the same thing. It's a great idea.
glorious.
Now it's a sunrise breakfast cocktail. Sunrise breakfast cocktail.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everybody.
So that's our show.
We got to go.
All right, now.
Oh, what's the problem?
I think I got this correct. Make sure that you hit the like button and subscribe, or the like button and subscribe. I haven't figured this whole thing out yet. And then my wife has to do her thing with the bell.
And then when you're ready and done with that, ring the bell. Ding.
So that's our silliness. So what we're going to do now is we're going to play our music, and we are going to, I don't know.
Play our music?
Yeah, but where's there it is. Okay. So we're going to start. So
what are we doing?
We're just waiting to pretend.
Why?
Because we're going to wait.
When the day's gone long and you can't take it, Matt and Patty gonna help you forget. They'll show you the mix to lift your spirits. So a couple of drinks with the Clarks. Couple of drinks with the Clarks.
Cheers. Love you.